Hi everyone, this is Amy from Pretty Presets, and I wanted to do just a quick video to show you how to get a custom white balance using this dropper thingy right here. I'm sure it has a better name than that, but that's what I call it. In one of the videos that I posted earlier today, there were some questions about how to use this and what's the best way to achieve a proper white balance. A lot of times, we'll talk about using the sliders right here, and that's usually what I use for most pictures. But when you have a picture like this where the lighting is just really, really bad and the skin is really bad, it's best, like, see, if I were to use this, it would be hard to get it just right. So I'm going to, let me reset that back to where it was. So what I do is I take the dropper thing and I move it around on here to find a spot that is going to have the best white balance with this. So we find the target spot and we look in this preview window right here to see, if we've got, like, if we're looking at her face. No, her face isn't going to work because look at over here what happens. It turns her into a Smurf. So we're not going to do that. We're just going to keep looking until we find a spot. See, that's good right there. So we found our spot, we clicked it, that's it, that's all there is to it. You just have to take this and point it around until you find the right spot. So once we find the right spot, then we can go in and we can do our adjustments on her that we want to do. She's putting on her lipstick here. She pretty much had all of her makeup and everything done, but she just wanted a shot of her getting her makeup done or her getting her lipstick on. So we got that, and then I would go up here to my presets and probably decide which one I wanted to use. Probably my quick clean like I always do. And these are just my standard go-to edits. And then when it comes to doing a wedding and when they're getting ready, I tend to just stick with pretty much like basic edits here. I think for this I would probably take out just a tiny bit of orange. And anytime I want to take out a color, this is how I do it right here. I go to the left with the saturation, and then I go to the right with the luminance. So I take out some like that, and then I'll go back up here and I'll reduce the clarity just a little bit to give it a softer look. And I will see what this does with my shadows. So it was down here, brings them up a little bit. I like it up a little bit like that. And I would pretty much be done with that. You see we're balanced right here. Both of these are dark, so we're good. And then I would go through, like, say I wanted to use one of these photos right here. I would already have this photo here. I'd mark it, I'd flag it. That's how I do my pictures, is I go through and I flag them all, the ones that are keepers. And I could just auto sync this picture with any one of these right here because they're all in the same setting. They're all taken in the bathroom. So anyways, that's how you use the dropper thing, and I hope that makes sense, and hopefully it helps you. Thanks. Hi everyone, this is Amy from Pretty Presets, and for one of the last edits I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to actually record it because I've put several up today where I explained what I did. So we're trying to find a nice balance between recording some and putting up on the page and explaining what we do. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to my downloads folder, which is what I do. So whenever I grab pictures off of Facebook, like we do for the the Workflow Wednesdays, or if there's a thread going on and I say, oh, can I take this photo and edit it, they all end up in my downloads folder. And so then I come over here to downloads, I open them up, and they end up all coming open. So I am actually going to uncheck them all because I do not want to import all of them. I'm looking for a specific picture that I just downloaded from the post right there. There it is. I'm going to import it, and I am going to go right here. Aren't they adorable? Okay, so you're going to watch as we go through, or as I go through, and edit this picture from beginning to end. I have not done anything with this picture before. This is the first time I've, pulled it in and done, anything with it. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. So you get to see how my brain works, because sometimes I'm just kind of all over the place. So hopefully that's not the case. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to crop it a little bit. So I'm going to crop it in a little bit and bring it up here. We want to keep the girls right about where they're at. That's good. We'll close it. Okay. Next, what I am going to do is I am going to come over here. We had this discussion the other day in the group, that the discussion was about, do you do your preset first, or do you do your edits first, like all of your contrast, highlights, all that kind of stuff. And for me personally, I choose my presets first, just because if I go over here and, like, just for fun, let's just say we're going to go over here, we're going to do this, we're going to ease up on this, we're going to bring it up a little bit, we're going to, bring the shadows down. Okay, so see how all of this looks right now? Well, if I come over here and I choose, let's say I choose honeydew, so keep an eye on this right here. I choose honeydew, and these change. So it doesn't make sense to me to do all of this work over here and then come over here and have it change. So that's not how I edit. I come over here and I do that first. So now I'm going to reset this whole thing, and I've got to recrop it. So I'll bring it up here like this, and then go like that. Okay. I do want to see, like, what kind of focus issues or anything we're dealing with. It doesn't look like it's like tack sharp on the images, but it looks good. So, okay, so what I'm going to do is come up here. I like my quick clean, and then center light, contrast, and really brighten. That's how I usually start my flow. Lately, I've been using bananas, but I don't think I'm going to use bananas here because they've already got some yellow going on. So if I choose bananas, they're going to be really yellow. So I'm not going to choose that here. There is a matte here. Don't know if I'm going to use that or not. Let's see. I'm going to do it again and see. I kind of like that. Actually, no. I'm going to not use it. I change my mind a lot too. So you'll notice that that is very, it's just me, it's what I do. Okay. She is looking very bluish, and the girls are not. My guess is because they have these hats on. So the color cast from these hats are going on down here. This sweetie here, she doesn't really have a hat that like goes over her face. So I think she's picking up the blue from her dress and from being outside. So we're going to have to end up giving her some extra help. I kind of like that there. So let's go over here and we're going to make some adjustments. I always like bring my clarity up, and then I will see what my shadows are like. No, I like to bring them up. Okay, this here. You don't want to go too far down because see, now they're like plasticky and weird. So that's still on the weird side. And you don't want to like go over here because that's just wrong. And see, so you have to find that balance. So I usually go just a little bit over to the left of the zero. Here is back at the zero. I usually go just a touch over that. And then we're going to go down here. I'm going to increase this because I could tell that there was some noise when I went and zoomed into the photo. And then the sharpening's already done for that, so I don't have to worry about that. Now we're going to go up and I'm going to see if I can pull down those highlights just a little bit because we got this nice and bright here. Okay. Good, and that's looking better. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of our brushes. We're going to add warmth to our little girl's face here. She needs to be perked up a bit. There. That worked out nice, didn't it? Okay. Next, we are going to go over here to, she's got, looks like she's got a bit of an orange cast right here. So I'm going to, let's try this one first. We're going to go over here, see if that will help it. It does, good. Okay, so that helped with our cast right there. And you know, this little one here, I'm going to add a little bit of warmth to her face too, because she looks like she could use just a little bit. Don't forget to like go down here so that it looks consistent. Let's see what her face looks like with some added. That looks good. I like that. Okay, I want to use another brush. I'm going to use a saturation brush. So these flowers right here, I want to go over them and kind of make some of that color pop. And we're going to come over here. Okay, good. Now, what I want to do, I actually want to take these two things out because they're kind of bugging me. So, I'm going to go So I gotta change the feather. So you'll notice with the feather, I have it all the way down because of something that I was editing earlier. So when you have a really hard feather line like this, you'll see that it will show you like the lines that go around it. But if you bring it back up here, it kind of softens the feather so that you never really knew or never realized that it was there. So that's good. That's what we want. So we're going to put that there as well. Okay, and I think we're going to close that. Good. I like that. Okay, so let's do a gradual filter, and let's do colorful background and see what happens there. I like that. And we'll take one. We'll go that way. And we'll take another one, come down this way. Now, let's see. I think I want to take out a little bit of yellow. Mainly because of this right here. This looks super yellow. So we'll take out some of that. And now we're going to come back up here. Now the reason I'm taking out some of my blacks is because of this right here. It was light, see, or red, like that, then that, then that, and that's what we want right there. We still have this, and we're going to, because of that right there. So now we get to go, and we're going to get a darkness brush, and we're just going to kind of go up this a couple times, see if it's helped. Yep, it's helped. And we'll adjust that a little bit. When you've used a brush in an area, you can then, so like I use a brush right here. So then I can use any of these other sliders and it will affect that same area. So that's always good to know. Okay, I'm not worried about the rest of it. I think it's fine. Okay. What I do think that it needs though, I think that these girls need just a little bit more clarity. So we're going to brush it on them like this. My brush is kind of big, so I can make sure that I go over everybody. And I have a clarity brush here. So, nope, I don't want to go over too much, just kidding. That's good. Let's bring the contrast up just a little bit. Okay, good. Let's, no, they don't need any exposure brought up to them because they're good. I'm going to close that. And I still feel like her face is a little blue. I'm going to add some more warmth to it. Let's see, where'd it go? Add warmth. There we go. Okay, let's see what the before and after looks like. Okay, I'm happy with this. So that's what that would look like once we've gone in and we've done some editing. And really, you know, I don't know how long this video is going to be, but, you know, when you're going in and you're doing stuff like this, and you're paying attention to like some of the small, finer things that there are to edit, it does take a little bit more time, but it's worth it in the end because then you end up having, you know, just a nicer photo. This is a really cute photo of the girls, and I really enjoy it and think that it turned out really good. So thanks for watching.